weeks of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here's Lawrence. Etienne bringing in another one.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. Tyson Campbell up to make the stop. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Foles.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Agnew now to return. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, Lawrence. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Rodgers on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Foles.
And that going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. And they're going to get this up to midfield. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he's got room. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Foles.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Colts come into this one still undefeated despite the one tie. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Ashton Doolin,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Jones will come now in motion right.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
A late season breakout at the end of 2021 with the Raiders earned Zay Jones a big deal as part of Jacksonville's spending spree this offseason. And he'll need to keep up that kind of play in order to stand out in the crowded Jags receiving room. First downs like that, an excellent way to continue to earn more opportunities.
Finding room at midfield.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence being chased out left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Okay, ready? And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 15 now. Lawrence.
They're looking for Cook, but this pass is intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 11 now. Foles, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got him in, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
The stretch to right there turned it into a really nice game. Room here to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Dancing to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Blankenship's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
This is caught. It's Kirk. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 72 yards.
And the Jags are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down.
That's going to be caught by Allie Cox.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line. Go!
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here.
And this one complete to Doolin. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will knot us up at 10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's go.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. ETN once more. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to look deep down the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's got this down to the 35. 81 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a 1st down. Good push up front in that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get him a first down. And it continues to...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Julian Blackman on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards.
3 quarters in the books. The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, exit.
In motion left goes Jones.
They go play action now. Lawrence
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Second down and 5. Running out of the gun with ETN.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready, set.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he will have a Jaguars first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
Now Lawrence to throw.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line.
Straight ahead, ETN.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And his pass incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
running straight ahead, Taylor.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Foles. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
No surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Back to throw.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
Rayshon Jenkins picks it off.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Complete to Zay Jones. A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll run with Etienne. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And this one is right through. And that's to 8.
That was an excellent come from behind.